Have you ever dreamed of having your own house? People always tell you that buying a house is an investment. Others just want to show it to their friends. But do you know that buying a house might just be the worst investment move you ever make? Shocking, right? If you want to know the truth behind the dark secrets and myths around the so-called American dream, stay tuned and watch until the end. Ah, the American dream. The tempting story of limitless opportunities and the pursuit of happiness. At its core, the American dream promises success and prosperity for all. It often presents as a one-size-fits-all story, overshadowing various dreams with a predefined version. The American dream tends to glorify material success, sometimes at the expense of genuine happiness. It can be like chasing a mirage, never quite quenching your thirst for fulfillment. The tempting pursuit of wealth and possessions might leave you unsatisfied and longing for more. To make it simple, let's have this scenario. On a busy street in New York City, a young man named Dom was traveling across the city to look for a job. Luckily, in one of the companies, he was accepted as an intern. Dom made sure to work harder than anyone else. In just a few months, he became a regular employee in the company. His confidence went up as he achieved a higher status in life. Dom didn't want to travel several miles just to go to work, so he rented a smaller unit closer to his workplace. But the cost was actually much higher as it is inside the city. 2 years had passed, and he got promoted to a managerial level due to his hard work. Now his salary doubled. Dom didn't want to endure the hassle of traveling anymore, so he decided to rent one of the units in the center of the city because it was just a little walk away from his workplace. Several years passed, and he was now a department director. He didn't want to be belittled by his colleagues, so he bought a luxury unit near his workplace. He also bought a Toyota so he didn't have to walk to his workplace anymore. Then upgraded to a Mercedes, then into a Lamborghini. Dom was too confident, backed by his position as a director in the company. Little did he know that the mortgages and car loans consumed most of his money. Now that Dom was 60, he was too tired to work anymore, and wanted to retire. But seeing his bills lined up for years, he can't retire sooner because the bank will take everything he worked hard to own. His house, a luxury unit, his sports car, and a lot more can vanish in the blink of an eye. And that's the story of Dom. You don't want that to happen to you, don't you? If so, make sure to watch until the end to understand the importance of investing in an apartment or any rental property instead of buying a house and getting into bad debt. Now let's start with why apartments are real assets. First, apartments will leverage your wealth. Apartments offer a great deal of positive cash flow. Imagine owning a cozy apartment. Each month, your tenants pay rent, creating a steady stream of income. Here's an example. You have a modest apartment generating $2,000 in rent every month. After covering expenses, you're left with a sweet $1,000 in your pocket. That's the game-changing power of cash flow. Now let's spice it up with a more detailed example. You own an incredible apartment in a good location, priced only at $100,000. With just 20% as a down payment and financing the rest for 30 years. Here's the thing. With a 7% interest rate annually for the loan, your mortgage will be around $530 monthly. A single-unit property in a good location can lease for at least 1% of the property value monthly, which is around $1,000. Want more if it's a property with several units? Well, when all the units are leased out, you can earn around 2 to 4% of the property value monthly, which is around $2,000 to $4,000. Are you getting the idea now? That's right. You'll earn around $1,500 to $3,500 monthly. A great cash flow means income is higher than expenses, and that's an investment with a great cash flow. And what if you own several apartments, and each year you can save up for another down payment? How rich you can be! Second, you will have tax incentives. Just think of it as unlocking extra incentives for your financial journey. Let's say you own an apartment generating $3,000 in monthly rent. Now, with significant deductions like mortgage interest and depreciation, you might end up paying taxes only on a portion of that income. It's like adding a sprinkle of financial magic to your investment recipe. As simple as that. Third, apartments have a hidden benefit: equity growth. Here's a scenario. You own an incredible apartment priced at only $100,000. With just 20% as a down payment, financing the rest for 30 years, and an interest rate of 7% annually, your monthly mortgage will be around $530. Here's the thing. Every year, the value of your property increases. The rates can be 10% annually. In the next year, your property value will be around $110,000. After 20 years, your property value will be around $670,000. And your monthly mortgage? It's still the same, around $530. We talked about the cash flow earlier, right? Apartments earn around 2 to 4%, which is around $13,000 to $27,000. That time, $530 is just a small expense for you. Can you imagine how much cash flow you can earn after 30 years of mortgage? Just what if you have 10 of these properties? You'll earn more than $100,000 every single month. Fourth, you can experience the power of partnerships. Imagine teaming up with other investors to climb higher. More luxury properties. Here's a great example. Buying an apartment solo, you might afford a small apartment. It might take you several years to save up for another down payment, and the banks may not allow you to own another property because you're still paying a mortgage. But by teaming up, you and your investor buddies can catch the upscale property in the bustling city, maximizing your profits. Two heads are better than one, and so is the team. Teaming up with the right investors is the best thing you can do. Maybe you found an apartment in good condition and a promising location. The price is also very low, but you can't afford the down payment. What will you do? You can look out for people who want to invest but don't have enough money to, or people who have a lot of money wanting to invest but don't know how to. Now that you've heard everything, do you plan to take the legal shortcut to owning your first property? Are you amazed at how much income you can generate by owning an apartment instead of buying a house? Well, that's not all. You can earn more money even in your first year of renting your apartments. Yes, you heard it right. Fifth and last but not the least, the income behind the rents. Here's the secret. Let's say you own an apartment and you equipped it with a laundry room, vending machine, and premium parking spaces for the convenience of your tenants. This convenience that you add solves the problem of your tenants. These will add extras that can turn your single property into multiple streams of income. But that's not the end. Imagine your tenants enjoying the convenience of laundry and vending options, while non-residents happily pay a premium for those prime parking spots. Sounds funny, right? Maybe for you who had an investor mind. But those who want to park are mad for sure. And there you have it, a deep dive into why apartment building investing is the best. We explain the cash flow, tax incentives, equity growth, partnerships, and additional income to harmonize into a masterpiece of wealth creation. This isn't just a strategy, it's your ticket to a thrilling ride in the world of real estate business tycoons. If you found this video full of financial literacy, then you're in for a treat with our next video. Until next time, have a great time planning how to own your first property and finding investor buddies.